Got bad connection.
Oh, okay.
All right, you're on first.
We're both okay.
All right,
so
Randall
both
went live first. Okay.
All
right.
We're so competitive that he has his phone.
We try to cue
You're
him
over here,
quick,
and I have mine over here. And it's like we pushed him. It's like who's going to go live first, and I win, so he pays for dinner tomorrow.
Who got the viewers first, though? Hold
Wait,
on. Okay, come on, viewers, come on.
Somebody's coming to look at that.
I got first.
What are you doing on his?
I got someone live first.
Oh, she don't count.
So, hey, she ain't on you. Oh,
wait, she's on.
You
mine.
got two. You outnumbered them now.
Okay, Victor's
Tony.
there. Okay, up? Tony.
All right, good. Sweet. Hey, we got you on board. This is going to be a rare thing. Again, you know, Randall and I really compete for space. So it's going to be a rare thing. This is a small space.
I'm actually on like what?
This is a small space, but we think it's going to be huge for you. So we're going to talk a little bit about what Randall is best at, and then we're going to try to use my funnel building skills to try to tie it all together. We're winging this thing totally. So
he is. Because I came in here and said, I need you. And let me tell you why.
He brought in lights, and now we got on the cameras.
First of all, we've been business partners for 10 years. And if there's anything that I know about him, that he knows about me, is that he needs structure, he needs planning. We even had to make sure that everything was.
Yeah, everything's
he's going crazy right now on that live because he knows he sees that spot. But I'm like, hey, let's just do it. And he's like, well, what am I going to do? And I'm like, come on now, we've been doing this for a long time. So we've got something special for you guys today that we're going to do. I asked him to come in because he really helps build out these automated processes for different types of businesses, from financial advisors all the way to massage and all of them in between, spas, oil and gas,
yoga studio.
I mean, we go down the line, right? And we'll talk a little bit more about those. But the reason we come on is there's been a lot of changes that's happening in not only just Facebook and YouTube, but also LinkedIn. So I want to talk about how you can crush it using Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So you want to stick around because we got something special at the end.
It doesn't require a hammer.
We got something special in the end. And you have a rare treat because you get to see him and I. We're going to build out one of you guys. If you stay on, the first person to tell us what business there is, we're going to actually talk it through and build out a funnel. And that's why I have him here.
This is called opportunity.
Exactly.
Right here.
Opportunity. Hey, I like that.
Opportunity.
And the main reason I brought him in here, so if we screw it up, I have somebody to blame.
Yeah, I got thick skin, big shoulders, so I can take it.
So
who we got?
So who we got on here? So we got Victor. What's going on?
What's
Victor?
up?
Oh, we got somebody
That's
over there
too.
too.
That's my partner over there.
What's up, Randall? So he put in real estate. He's already ahead of it.
He
doesn't count because he's already done. He's really Randall. Shame on you, bad boy. He's already well versed in what we do.
Oh, I got some love. Thanks, Niaji. I appreciate you.
Look at that. So Randall, but you can stick around anyway. So one of the things why we try to do these, we're going to try to do these a lot more. We've been super hammered with
not hammered drunk, just hammered.
Yeah, just hammered. Yeah, I got to. Well, I don't drink, so they would never think that. But yeah, maybe you're hammered. I'm not
hammered.
So what we want to do is really we're using the platform, and as you'll see, we can't just say and talk the talk. We have to walk the walk as well, or walk the talk. Walk the walk.
All of what you said.
We
have to walk the talk.
That's it. Walk the talk.
Yes.
See, I knew I had.
I just can't walk and talk at the same time.
Yeah, or chew gum. Okay. So, who we got there?
Sandra, what's up?
Hammered. Tony says hammered. So, so one of the things is, you stick around. By the end, you're going to have some really, really cool stuff. Not just because I say.
We're literally starting with a blank slate.
We're starting with a blank slate. You get to see the process.
No idea what he's going to tell me to do.
That's the fun part because I don't either.
That's truth.
I don't either. And that's really when I do really best is building out these strategic funnels.
He keeps telling himself that.
I keep telling myself. Well, the people keep telling me. Hey Jeff, what's going on?
A little bit.
So by the end of this, hopefully we give you enough information that you're excited and you're re-energized and you can make more money. Because who doesn't want to make more money in less time? So we got Christy. Yeah. Look at that.
I'm beating.
I like the new Facebook things. Those little bubbles. If you haven't gone live lately, Kayla Vanover. What is going on? That's my niece right there.
Oh, sweet.
She must not be working today. She must be nice. Dean, what's up, Dean? Jeff, Howard. So to sum up, for if you're just coming on, I asked Troy to come in here. We're going to build out a funnel from start to finish.
Sandra says she loves more money.
Who doesn't, right?
Right.
There are people out there who actually say, no, I don't want more money. I'm like, I ask that question every time I do I say, show of hands, who wants to make more money with less time and frustration? And like half of them always raise their hand.
Right.
I'm like, okay, so I want to talk to the half that wants to make more money. The other half, you're free to go.
They're free to go.
You've got your donuts, you're good to go.
We'll get into this, man.
So I want to thank everybody for the time.
That's the longest intro ever.
Hey, you got to get these people enough time to come in. I've been doing this a long time.
All right, you still got me on live views.
Yeah. So come on, man. So Troy and I. So a little bit of background. We own a digital agency. All that fancy term is that we work in the digital space, building out automated process. The processes that doesn't take out the human element, but it improves the human element. It's kind of like a bicycle. It makes you go faster, but you still have to power.
You still got to power, right?
So we're just going to show you how to do that.
You have to power you.
Yeah, you have to power you. I'm gonna trademark that one after this. So we basically automate from start to finish. The part that we're going to talk about is the most important part, which is thinking like a marketer, is filling up the front end of your funnel. Like, how do you get people to know, like, and trust you? That starts in the beginning. Most people start working on the back end. If they're real estate, they're a lawyer, anything, they want to talk all about that stuff when people don't even know who they are or what they've done. And, they try to be like, like Jim Adler. Who knows that guy? That guy's on TV all the time. He's the
Texas Hammer.
And because he says so. Or the Pillow Guy. Or who's another one that does like a lot of stuff? Mattress Mac, Jim McInville. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't know that guy? Because he's all over the place with his message. Thanks, Tony. So like I said, we've worked with franchisors, like large franchises. We've worked with financial advisors and all types of those people. Millions of dollars leads. Yeah, even a food place. That was a fun one. Yeah, that was a really fun one. Especially because they were so creative in what they wanted to offer. I think they were giving away pizzas to people that brought their nursing, right?
They were in the medical.
They opened up a new one in the medical district.
And they brought their ID badge and they got a free little personal pizza.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, they were showing up.
So we gave out a whole lot of pizza.
They gave a whole lot of pizza. So I want to ask you a question. Every human throughout history has these three primal needs. Does anybody want to guess that has not attended any of my functions? What do you think those three primal needs that every human being have? You want to take a guess?
I'm going to go with food.
You would have gotten that one. 6'6".
Food.
I say 6'6" because that makes me 6'4".
Yeah, exactly.
Food. Anybody want to take an exam? I know that it takes a little bit, so we'll wait. Let's see. Does anybody love? Oh, that's still love money. So we got Jeff says food.
Oh, he beat me to it.
So he beat you too. There's kind of a delay. So
food. We only got one.
Food. So food. So there's three: food, sex, and stories. And here's why. Food, because we need food to sustain ourselves.
Water. I got water in there.
Water is included in the food. We'll include that in the food. So food and water sustain yourself. Sex to carry on the species, and stories to say, hey, you see that berry over there? If you eat that, it killed your Uncle Harry. And you see those little tigers, saber-toothed tigers over there? During the day they're quiet, but at night they eat you. So that's what stories. Which consequently, that's why we're afraid of the dark. If you didn't know, because our ancestors, everything that would eat us came out at night. So
nocturnal.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's easy to hunt things that are sleeping.
Yeah.
So they're not dumb.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just wait till y'all go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, because you're real easy to catch then. So another thing is, so let's say, I want to ask you this other question. So now that you know that, what do you think 90%, why do you think 90% of all businesses fail? You want to take a stab at that one?
I'm going to guess money.
Lack of money?
Lack of money.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. I'll wait for some other people. It's like Jeff says, how about stories about sex? You could do that. So I left the food. This is what I do.
Did Jeff say water, sex, and stories?
Water, sex. You know what he's a bachelor. He's like, I need a hydrator after all that sex. So I always say this. I'll leave Anthony Bourdain and Gordon Ramsay to talk about food. Mm-hmm. And if you're old enough to remember Dr. Ruth?
Oh, Dr. Ruth. Yeah, wow.
Old lady, Dr. Ruth. And Dr. Phil will talk about sex. We're going to talk about stories.
Let's talk about stories. Speaking of stories,
What's
lack
that?
of experience, lack of systems. Nyaji said lack of systems, and Sandra said lack of experience.
Yeah.
Those could definitely
All of those.
Those could definitely hurt the bottom line.
No, it could.
Yeah, definitely.
Basically, what you're saying is this. What we've learned, and we work with literally hundreds and hundreds of different types of business owners. In the early days, we worked with because we have such a big heart, we were working with those startups, which was a nightmare because they don't pay.
Startup.
And then you've got the people who are like, they're pushing past it, and now they start making money, and now they need to pay all those bills because they went so long without paying, and they're flat.
Yep.
We're working with those people who are like coming out of that, and they're going.
Yeah.
But we learned this. This is what we learned, and we learned it through ourselves the same ways. It was prioritization. Prioritizing what is the most important thing to do in that minute, that hour, that day, that month, and that year. And because you hear people talking about planning, and they talk about setting goals and all those things. That's just a fancy term for saying, what do I need to be doing right now?
Right.
And if what I'm doing right now is not moving me to that closer to that goal,
and it doesn't necessarily always be what am I doing right now is making money. It doesn't necessarily have to do that.
Yeah, I know, because right now we're not. But if you stick around, we'll get to the money.
Stick around long enough. We put you first. We prioritize you first.
We put you first.
We'll put the money in the back end.
No. So, all of those things that the people say are do. But really, it's priority. And I'll give you an example of one thing. It's if you've ever been to the Starbucks line and you see it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18 real estate agents right in front of you trying to get coffee that's $6, right? But those same exact, I'm just picking on real estate agents because I know I have a couple on here, but it could be lawyers.
It could be lawyers.
It could be fitness.
Could be doctors too.
Could be doctors.
Could be
all of those people.
Personal trainers.
Personal trainers. Is that $6 for that coffee? But when you go to that person and you say, hey, would you invest $150 to $300 in your business? And they say, yeah, but I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the same people that just spent $6 on a coffee that if they sent that same $6 invested in
it's the latte factor. Makes an automatic millionaire. It's a latte factor.
It could be that. And there's other little things that you could cut out that you could, maybe you could mow your own yard and save the $20. I'm just making these things up. But whatever it is, if you looked at it, you could find it. Yeah, I'm making it all up. So it's the difference between buying a Starbucks coffee and taking that same amount of money and then putting it in a YouTube ad, a daily $5 to $10 budget a day.
Mattress Mag, you mentioned him earlier.
Yes.
He said it best. He was asked a question in a forum, and he does a lot around the Houston area. Oh, by the way, we're Houston-based. I don't know if we covered that.
Yeah.
Around the Houston area, and he was fielding some questions, and the question was, if you had the opportunity to take your first dollar and invest it, where would you invest it? And I think that they were looking for maybe, I don't know, stock advice, but probably not business advice. And he said, I would spend my very last dollar in business on advertising.
Yep.
That's what he said.
I remember
spend
that.
my very last dollar in advertising.
There's a similar story with Aristotle Onassis. They said, hey, if you took all the money away, what would you do? You go, I'd go get a job, make enough money. Back then, $500 was a lot when he asked the question in the 60s. And he said, and I would take that $500 and I would go to a restaurant where they served $500 meals, and I would advertise myself to those people. And basically what he was saying is put himself in front of those people, which is he was advertising.
Using his money to get next to the money.
So he was thinking like a marketer, which leads us to the next thing. And can you think of, this is where I'm going to put you on the spot.
All right.
So let's see.
I haven't been part of this.
If you could think of, thinking like a marketer, if you could think of one company out there that you would think that thinks like a marketer and not like you underline, a lawyer or a business, whatever that is, who sticks out in your mind? You got 4 kids. You've been all over the place.
Oh, yeah, you had to put the kids in there. So that
you got a lot of them.
So the first thing that comes to mind for me is road trips.
Yeah.
Right? And gas stations and convenience stores, because you visit those all the time. But there's one place, and for my Houston friends around here, this might catch you off guard, but you probably don't even think I what I'm saying. There's one place where if you leave out I-10 and you leave out 45, there's one place you got to stop.
Now.
You got to stop. I'm going to let somebody guess.
I already know now.
Oh, I already gave it away.
I got a kid.
I gave it away.
And cousins and nieces and nephews.
I'm going to give it away right now. Beaver nuggets.
Who wants this? Who knows what that
Beaver
is?
Nuggets.
Let's see.
Who knows where you
David's
get
on.
Beaver Nuggets? Yeah, crazy people.
No lap dance. Save the $20. See, look, Jeff's already thinking of ways to save
thinking like a marketer already. Yeah. All right, if anybody knows what Beaver Nuggets are,
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's. That's right.
We got two people back. That was a tie
Buc-ee's.
There. Your people are slow.
Buc-ee's would be the epitome of thinking like a marketer, not like a gas station.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about Buc-ee's, I think they have 60. The largest convenience store in the world. It's like 68,000 square feet. That's like the size of a Walmart.
It is.
That's
and
ridiculous.
there's not one place to sit down because it's a convenience store.
They sell convenience.
They sell convenience. That's it. You can go in there and get food. You can get feed for your animals. You can get clothes.
Yeah. You get a barbecue pit and a deer stand.
There's not one place to sit down.
And a deer stand.
So you get a barbecue pit. You can get crawfish stands.
That's
you
crazy.
can get basically anything on Buc-ee's. And the only thing that they catered to at the time, I think the only people they cater to is passenger vehicles, not big trucks or semis or anything like that. Passenger vehicles. Why? Because there's more people in passenger vehicles than there are in semis.
You know, that's a great point.
That means more people through their facility, and they're always crazy.
This is the craziest part, and when you really, really dive in and look at this, how great of a job they did. You think about the convenience store that you drive by every day that's in a congested area where there's literally thousands of people within walking distance.
Yes.
And how not busy that convenience store is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you take Buc-ee's in the middle of nowhere, Texas. There's nothing within
Waller, Texas.
Yeah, there's literally nothing, and you can't even find a parking spot.
It's crazy.
So that is a great example. They thought like marketers, and I'm going to go into it in a minute. Did you finish your thought?
Yeah, I did. I finished my thought.
Okay. Oh, you got step out of shot. You need to get a little sip.
That's something in my mouth.
I'm getting it. So
Buc-ee's. So that's my example of Buc-ee's.
That's a great example. So in marketing, when someone
people up north, you don't know what Buc-ee's are. It's fine. It's fine.
They may have their own version of that.
They might have their own version, like maybe Stars and Stripes or something like that.
Yeah. So in marketing, there's 4 P's. There's product, price, placement, and your placements are your priority strategy. Your strategy that you're going to do with your. But I got caught up in your placement and your promotional strategy. That's what I meant to say.
What is the?
So 4 P's. You got them.
I'm getting there.
Product, price, placement.
Product, price.
Placement.
Nobody
promotional strategy. Nobody can read that. Yeah, no, they can actually.
Promotional.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with the first one, like this one here. The product is. So let's say you're a real estate agent. I'll just use that because it's easy. Is most of the time when a real estate agent, they talk a lot about the house. But let's be honest and think about yourself. The reason that somebody is going to buy a house and they're going to let you help them either sell theirs or help you find this is because they like you. That's it. They like you, they feel like they know you, and they trust you. Yep. And it might be right that sometimes they don't use their relatives because they sometimes don't like them. They know them.
And
they may trust them.
They trust them, but they're probably like, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So
I'm not buying a house from my family.
So the first one is right here is product is you. Is selling you. Like people want to get to know you. Like you're into, like Troy's into golf and Troy's into mudding and CrossFit and like tough mudders and it's like these types of stuff and fitness and stuff. So he's gonna better mesh or work with somebody who has those same things that maybe with a real estate agent that love to play golf or do a lot of
golfer here today.
Yeah, exactly. You did. You actually did. You had a
professional golfer.
That's true. I forgot about that.
LPGA professional.
Oh no.
She's awesome. Hey Jade, if you're on there,
yeah.
What's up?
Let's see. So we got the power of 5. So
power of 5.
I like 5.
I like 5. We need another P.
We need another P. That reminds me of that robot. 5 to stay alive. Remember that?
Johnny 5.
Johnny 5.
Johnny 5 is alive.
And that Indian dude was the funniest.
Oh, he was.
Maybe reverse. Anyway, so the product is actually you. So the reason I'm saying all of this stuff is because I'm going to show you how you sell you. Like thinking like a marketer and not selling the wrong thing. You actually need to sell you. And it's going to seem counterintuitive to, what's that?
I'm just moving it over.
Oh, you're moving it over. So see, this is the anal that this is what I was talking about, right?
That's why he brings me along.
So the product is you, right? So we're going to get to it. I'm going to cover the 5 P's, and then I'm going to back up and I'm going to show you how you
think like a marketer.
Think like a marketer, and you promote you. Not your widget, your watch, or your shirts, or your services. That is a cool watch. But it's really you. I mean, people are buying you. I mean, you think about Apple products, right? You think about Steve Jobs. When he came out and he stood on stage and he pulled out that iPad, the very first iPod.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't actually the very first device. It's created.
He didn't come up with the technology.
He didn't. It had been around for at least 2 years.
Yeah, definitely several years.
Creative Lab. Not only that, but Creative Lab had it in different colors. Right. It actually had a radio on it. Mm-hmm. It allowed you to.
It did a lot more.
It did a lot more. It allowed you to use like other files instead of
you could record on it too.
You could record on it. It did all these things. Sales terrible because they didn't know how to sell it in the right message. Steve Jobs comes on stage. He pulls it out of his pocket. Mm-hmm. Like you got this, my phone, and he says, "How about 1,000 songs in your pocket?" That's all he said.
Boom. People were like, "I'm in."
They knew immediately with that statement right there. You knew that I need to have no more of those CDs on my visor, none of those big bulky, you put them under your seat, and you
fold them out, yeah.
And the passenger, if you were with your buddy and you're out partying, it was like the driver was driving.
You come to a party with your CDs going, I got the music covered.
I got them, exactly. Yeah. But now it's like 1,000 songs in your pocket. There was no describing it. You immediately seen the benefit of it. And then he sold him. He sold him. Yep. And you think about it's the largest business in the world. You look at Amazon, you think of Jeff Bezos. But there's literally hundreds of thousands of people that work there. Mm-hmm. So then you think about, what is that?
That's my Astros.
Like the price. Like the next one is price, right? This one right here. It's like price, right? It's not necessarily the price, because if you try to get in a bidding war, you're going to lose to Amazon or Amazon. Or
you can't win on price.
You can't, because there's always somebody willing to go just a little cheaper.
You can't win on price.
And the bigger a business is, the more that they can discount it, because they're on margins.
Well,
they got volume.
They got the.
They got that. They can go on 10-cent margin because they have tens of thousands of people every day.
Yeah.
But you can't. If you got 100 people, 10 cents ain't gonna pay
compete
you.
On price. And I'm not going to say compete on value.
Yeah.
You have to show your value.
You have to show your value. Oh man, you're ahead of schedule.
You just can't compete on price. If you're price centric, you will remain that way, and you'll remain at a certain level.
Yep.
You just have to compete on value.
Mm-hmm.
Value.
Amen.
Did I steal something?
No,
I think I stole his thunder on that one.
Yeah, now I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm lost. That was a Air Supply song in the '80s. Lost in love. I wasn't lost in love though.
You probably weren't. You were probably lost though. But take Amazon for example. He was lost. Amazon for example, they have a huge value, but they didn't get there. But they delivered their value first. Mm-hmm. I mean, Tony Shea from Zappos said, delivering happiness.
Yeah.
He delivered shoes.
Wasn't there a story where somebody would call and they'd like...
Yeah, they were asking for pizza.
And
someone called Zappos and called the wrong number. And they were like, hey, yeah, I need 2 large pizzas to go, whatever. And the Zappos rep said, okay, what's your address? What would you like? And where would you like it from? And then they literally... called the pizza place and had it delivered, but they're a shoe place. But their goal was to deliver happiness.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm competitive, and I have a daughter. She's here at the office, and we play this game where if you see a yellow car or orange car, you go yellow car score and you get a point, right?
Oh, we used to like slug pose.
Yeah. So it's similar to that. Yeah. So behind this, we can see out into the window, and actually a yellow car went by. So I'm going to say yellow car score, babe. I'll get that one. And we'll review the tape so I can get that one, because she's going to try to get that.
She is. She's like, Daddy, I saw a yellow car.
Yeah. And right now we're running neck and neck.
The yellow one right there.
That's the one I called.
Oh, that was the one.
That's mine, man.
It's part.
She's going to try to get it when I go in her office.
So anyway, value. We're on
value.
Right.
So the next thing is placement. When you're talking about placement in marketing, they try to find the best place to place that message based on demographics, if they're older, younger. I mean, like if you're running a television spot and you wanted to talk to kids, you're going to run it on Nickelodeon, and because they know the kids will drive the parents crazy.
Or now YouTube Kids.
Or YouTube. Or not
YouTube Kids.
Exactly. YouTube. Or the YouTube Kids are all over the social media, so you know where. So it's the placement. Yep. So talking about, like, where is the best place for the best bang for the buck? Right now, I'm going to say Facebook, and then I'm going to add one more. You want to tell them where you're on it?
No.
LinkedIn.
Oh, LinkedIn. Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm going to tell you how right now LinkedIn video, organic, crazy.
How many views does one video get that you put up?
Oh yeah, I have a video I put up as a Matthew McConaughey video.
Hundreds of thousands.
No, right now I put it up 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And it has like 70,000 organic views.
Yeah.
75 comments, like 600 and 700 likes, and not that matters. Really, it's the views of the content. So we're going to talk about that because you're like, okay, yeah, Randall, but I know that, but what am I going to do? What am I going to put on there? Because they need to know what kind of content can I put on there, and what should I say? And I don't have the time to do it, which you actually do.
Placement and now
the promotional strategy, and that's the part where we're gonna
dive in a little bit. Put some chicken scratch on the board.
yeah. So how many people? And this one's gonna take a look because there is a little delay. How many people out there would
Instagram? That's a good one too, Victor.
Instagram was, I always forget to say Instagram because working in an agency, everybody knows in an agency that Facebook owns Instagram. So when we say Facebook, we mean all of what their collateral, Messenger, WhatsApp. They own a couple other little ones, but those are definitely Instagram. So I should say Instagram. So for sure. How many people out there just either put a yes in the comment would be willing to invest $5 to $10 every day? So that's between $150 to $300 every month to grow and crush it on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
$5 to $10
$5 to $10 a day. Remember, it's that latte. Audience Network. You can use Audience Network.
There's somebody who's savvy.
Yeah, that's the guy there, Randall.
Savvy. Yeah.
You can use the Audience Network. You have to be careful what you use in the Audience Network.
They can use your spin really quick.
They can spend it really quick, and it's really got to be a good offer.
So we got a yes?
So we got
do it. Oh.
Do it? Okay. Anybody over here?
Anybody
I just need some yeses.
I think I'll put everybody to sleep on this side.
5 to 10. Sounds like we're playing poker, like 5 to 10. Or what's that?
5-10 blinds.
Yeah.
Small blind, big blind.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get 5? Can I get 5? Can I get 5? Can I get 10?
Do it. Done it.
Done it. Didn't done it.
He said did do
it. Oh wait,
done
what we got?
Oh, we got a
maybe. Hey, maybe we can turn that maybe into a yes.
You know that all that maybe is. Remember on Dumb and Dumber when she's like, "What are the chances like you and I?" He's like 1 in a million.
He's like.
So you're saying there's a chance. So we'll call that maybe.
So you're saying there's a chance, Sandra.
So those people who throw out maybes, they're usually like, is there something behind that I don't want to commit? But secretly they're like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So there's nothing behind it. So we got a yes from Victor. We got a maybe over here.
Okay.
So $5 to $10 every day. So I'm going to tell you, Facebook Live is where you're going to start. Just what we're doing right now. Creating your content, and you can't see it, but we're going to put it. And when we're done with this, we're going to have it. It's going to be depending on where you're looking at this video.
Put it down below.
If it's YouTube, it's going to be below. It's up. It's going to be over here.
It'll be somewhere on the page.
Where you can get a lighting kit, the stands, a mic, everything that you need. And it's under like $300 for everything. I'm talking about a great lighting kit. A great mic, everything, so you can shoot a Facebook Live and talk about what you know.
What we got over here?
Whatever businesses you're in.
You said you're still crazy, Troy. Well, definitely. That doesn't cost $5 to $10. That's free. Crazy's free.
Yeah, crazy is free. That's true. I've got a story about that one. Who else we got over here? So we got Dean. He says yes. Got a bunch of people over here saying yes. So Facebook Live, right? So now you're saying, well, Randall, I want to do all of those things. Number one, I don't have the time. And you're no different than everybody else. We all have 24 hours. You got 4 kids. You got how many dogs?
We got 4 dogs and 2 cats.
4 dogs, 2 cats. you got a teenage son. No more need said about that.
Yeah, exactly.
You got 3 other daughters.
I got 3 daughters.
But still, you have to give them time. You run a business. You have employees. You have to deal with me. You work out, you do all those things, and it's most likely the same things that everybody else is looking.
And Dave, if you're watching, he didn't say wife, but yeah, I got one of those too.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I did.
It takes part of my time.
Yeah, no, that takes a lot of your time. Yes. You have the same things that everybody else has when you say you don't have time to do something. What it is, it goes all the way back to when I said priorities. Mm-hmm. It's like your wife is a priority, the family is a priority, all of those people are a priority. Get them involved in the process. What's keeping you from getting them to do a Facebook Live with you, helping you out, maybe being behind the scenes, setting up the lights? I mean, you can get them involved in the process, especially like me. I have a 9-year-old daughter. She gets involved in the process.
She helped set up lights today?
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Just to show that she could do it.
Yeah.
So creating content using Facebook Live, number one, you get to do this. You get to actually talk to people. It's almost like we have a crowd in front of us.
Right, we do.
That Facebook provided to us.
We got a real crowd. There's a whole bunch of traffic
for free. Yeah, we got IHOP too. For free, right? But more importantly, Facebook gave us the ability to, when we end this, to have content. Not only just have one piece of content, but we could take this Facebook Live. What do they say?
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, that is post.
He said, "Is this video option because of your software?" No. We're just right on Facebook.
Yeah, we're just doing it on Facebook.
Facebook is a software.
Yeah, I mean it's a platform. Yes,
it's a platform. Yeah, it's a better description.
Yeah. So
platform.
So we shooting this. I'm going to tell you,
platform.
It's free. That your time is never free.
No.
But the platform. So whatever you're doing anyway, it's like prioritizing what is going to give you the most bang for your buck. I say if you had 30 minutes, that you could do one of these once a week. You could pump it out. You could either do an interview, talk about what your daily grind is, what you do every day, depending on what business you're in. Maybe you can do tips. If you're a golf pro, you should be doing like quick videos, right? So once you have the content, now you could take for example, we could take something like this, strip off the audio, upload it, and now we have a podcast, and we did a live. Right. We could take this video, we could repurpose it, and then send it off to. Well, we have people, but if you don't, you could go to Fiverr and get it to Fiverr and say, hey, we need you to transcribe this into a blog.
Blog post.
Or a vlog, whichever, video or vlog. Or you can give it to somebody and say, hey, make that really entertaining for a YouTube video so they can add graphics and do some cool stuff. So now you've taken one Facebook Live that only took you that 30 minutes or whatever time to prepare. Now you can turn it into a podcast, an article, upload it to your YouTube channel, and then you could cut out slots of it where there were key things that you did and chunk them out into little bitty 1 to 10 minutes.
Put them in an email.
Yeah. Put them in an email. Say, hey, check out here where my partner Troy and I talked about X, or where I did this. Mm-hmm. And you can turn it into 20, 30 different pieces of content, memes, putting a quote on top of it, just using a screenshot of this right here. So there's many things. So that's why Facebook Live is going to be your key to creating content, right? And it's super cheap once you have the stuff. You can interview people. You can.
Yeah, y'all don't want to see what it looks like without lights.
Right. So, but this is the cool thing. Why I'm only talking about Facebook Live, right? Like, Randall, why are you only talking about that? Because somewhere you need to create this video content. So you might as well do it as if you're talking to somebody or interviewing somebody. But the coolest thing, it solves 3 problems. Number one, let's say that you decided to do your Facebook Lives and you were going to do an interview, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say I'm outside of it and I'm calling, I'm going to talk to Troy. And unless I know Troy or know somebody that knows Troy that could get to him, I'm going to have to talk to the gatekeeper.
Yep.
And the gatekeeper's sole job is to make sure that the wrong people don't talk to Troy.
Don't waste my time.
But imagine this. Someone calls, you call the gatekeeper and you say, hey, my name is Randall Chestnut. I'm doing a Facebook Live video on XYZ, and Troy is the Houston's thought leader on this process. I want to have him come on my show. Is he available? Now that employee has to decide, do I not tell him or do I tell him?
Yeah, somebody wanted to be on the show and I just took a message. You did what?
Yeah. So that's number one. It gives you the ability to get past the gatekeeper.
Testing.
Oh, see, what's testing?
Hiya. Hey, what's up, Lynn?
Oh, yeah, look at that. So you get the ability to get past the gatekeeper. That's one problem.
Yeah, it's a great way to get past the gatekeeper. We've all come up with creative ways. What's this regarding personal, business, whatever. You just go right to it.
Yeah, you remember Beverly Hills Cop?
I remember Beverly Hills.
The first one.
Yes, the first one.
When he come in and
remember we had the sack with the fake bomb, or that one?
No. When Eddie Murphy went in there and he was trying to talk to somebody that was at the party, and he goes, "Tell him it's Sebastian." He goes, "What?" And he goes, "Well, it's regarding something personal." He's like, "What?" And he goes, "Well, tell him it's herpes simplex 10." And he's like, "Oh, never mind."
Come on right back.
Yeah. Anyway.
So if somebody's going to call and say, oh, by the way, here's the questions I'm going to ask everybody. Hold on, time out, I'll get them.
Yeah. So you get past the gatekeeper. Another cool one is you start building authority. If you're talking inside of that interview, you're gonna be building authority, because if you are interviewing people that are authorities in their industry, it just rubs off on you.
Yep.
I mean, I promise you, if you could somehow magically get somebody like a Richard Branson or a Tony Robbins to come on and do a podcast or Facebook Live, people are going to give you a high level authority, because they're going to try to figure out how in the hell did you get Richard Branson off of Decker Island?
Because everyone wants to talk about their number one subject.
Yep. Themselves. So why don't you let them? So it builds authority. So that's another one. Mm-hmm. And what we talked about, it gives you the ability to have content, which is usually when we talk about the number one comment that him and I both get, and they're like, yeah, that all sounds good, and I believe that, but it is. I don't have any content.
That's like the number one question we ask potential clients. What do you got?
And then when they say nothing, and we say, hey, then you need to start doing Facebook Lives or these things, because you can get a benefit. Just the fact that you could talk to people right now if there was nothing else.
Yep.
So that's what the benefit. So some of the ideas, go ahead.
Gary Vee said it best when it comes to content. I know every one of you are scared right now about producing content. Oh, I can't write content. I can't shoot videos, whatever. He put it best in describing it as documenting what you're doing every day.
Yep.
If you document what you're doing every day, you magically got content.
I mean, you look at what do the Kardashians do every day? They document what they do. And
I know it's a reality.
If you've ever wondered, like, what do they actually sell? I'm going to tell you right now. What the Kardashians sell and what they will always sell, because they have a mom that understands marketing, is they sell trends. Because they know they can sell that, and they just keep producing more kids that by the time they get to an age where the other one falls out of favor, they got a new one to replace it with. It went like Kim, Khloe, Kylie, and there's another one, I think. I don't know. I act like I just watched the show. I just happen to know a little bit.
But that's about as far as I know. I think there is one more.
I think so. It's like, I want to say there's Kendra, or wasn't there something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know who's the youngest one. But anyway, they know that there'll always be new trends. So all they have to do is keep up with the trends. And keep having new kids.
Whether it's fashion trends, whether it's, I don't know,
lipstick, makeup.
It doesn't matter.
Convincing.
Social media trends. If there's a new social media coming
This is a new trend that they're a part of that I'm like, if I was Gucci, Hermes, and all these high-end lifestyle brands, I would be worried. And they now have convinced high school students to buy $400 and $500 and $600 belts, $1,800 tennis shoes, and a shirt called Supreme that literally is just a red square that says Supreme in it, and a white t-shirt, $350.
Supreme.
And it ain't even made from anything other than 100% cotton.
Nothing different.
100% cotton is 100% cotton, people.
And just because you put Supreme on it doesn't make it 400.
So they're convincing these kids, because they're good marketers, they understand, to buy stuff that a lifestyle brand, it used to be when you wore those, you were saying to people, I made it. Or I'm better than you. At least that was the
I mean, when you were younger, you're like, yeah, man, I want them Jordans. Cause
I mean, you wanted the polo.
I'm a high school kid. They know I'm not making.
I think when we were like, there was these in-between brands. I think there was always those big brands, even when I was younger.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There was these brands, and then there was this in-between brand. As a high school, they just, they squipped up, brother. I should be driving a Bentley, and I got all this.
Yeah.
And they ain't even got a job.
I ain't even got a job yet.
And then when they do get a job, the whole time they're like, I need 16 checks to buy one belt.
Yep.
And they'll do it.
My son did it.
Nothing wrong. Hey, if that's what you want to do, at least they do have dedication.
He told me how much he paid for that belt, and I said, you did what? But ain't my money.
Hey, when I was younger,
I'd have done the same.
The one thing that I wanted more than anything in the world, and I mowed yard after yard after yard, and the rake leaves, and got dirty and didn't care. Because I had a vision in my mind that I was going to buy a Honda Big Red.
The three-wheeler.
The three-wheeler. The one that had those balloon tires.
Most dangerous vehicle on the planet.
Well, back then we didn't know it.
You didn't know.
Thank God by the time I got enough money to get one, I was like, now I want a Jeep.
Yeah, but they were outlawed probably shortly thereafter.
Yeah, this is back in the 80s. They had just came out.
Yeah, okay. Big Red. I remember Big Red.
I used to just stare at the things like,
I had a Big Red 200.
You did?
I had Big Red 200.
You were spoiled. That's what happened when you're only child.
But Dad would never let me drive it.
Oh, he didn't?
only on select occasions. So when when they're at work, I drove it all the time. They know that now, so I won't get in trouble. But I drove it all the time.
So so like Troy was saying, is like document. These are some ways, 3 ways that you.
If I'd have documented all the things I've done wrong, I would have had a lot of good content.
I mean, you think about even things that don't seem like anybody would care are the things that people care about. Mm-hmm. Like you watch some of these people, like, why are there? I'll tell you one. I recently did a live, and I do a bunch of different type of live, but I did a live where it was me walking through a grocery store and saying how men shop. I think I got like 2,200 people watch that thing, and I was just walking through a grocery store, like nothing major. So anyway, sharing like parts of your life and people get to know, and like they feel like they know you, like because they can relate to. That's exactly what I do when I go shopping, because that's what most men do. Like they want to go in and out. Like it's almost like, I gotta go in here. Okay, you gotta pump yourself up.
So many choices, so you just gotta know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, exactly. So you could do. So the 3 things you can do: you can share your world, which is what we were just talking about. Document whatever your world is, whether you screaming babies and kids in the house.
Share somebody else's world.
Or share somebody else's world. Interview somebody.
Look what so-and-so was doing.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you can talk about things that revolve around your profession.
I got it.
Is that my daughter?
Yeah, I think so.
Does she want to come in?
Oh my goodness.
We got visitors. So you can document like what you do. Like say for example, you're a real estate agent. We'll have people come on your show. Hello. Come on your show. They're like revolve around the house, pest control, interior decorators, and have them say some creative stuff. Like pest control is a really good one, right? Why pest control is a good one? If you can find a really good alternative pest control person, that would be unique. If somebody who says we don't use chemicals, we use plants, like a horticulturist, isn't that what that?
Yeah.
Isn't that the dude who does plants? Yeah. Who plays with plants?
Yeah, the guy who plays plants.
Yeah, the guy who plays with plants.
There's also, but not.
Botanist?
Botanist, yeah.
It's something like that. Yeah. I got to wait.
We're totally getting out of our space right now, so we're going to reel this back in.
So, interviewing those types, so you can interview people that revolve around your business, that service the same people that you want, and interview those. So that's some ways. And hey, if you have a face like me and it's for radio, then you don't have to do lives. You can do a podcast. You do lose.
Step up to the mic.
Yeah, you do lose a little bit of that. Because you lose, the video content, the visual, which is important, but you could still give that to somebody and they could turn it into a video, but it would just be a video. You might have seen them recently where it shows like those little waves and it says here, and it shows, here's somebody talking. Have you seen them?
Yep.
Like the little waves of the, I forget, oscillation or whatever they call those things.
Decibels.
It's
a decibel.
The Dewey Decimal System,
No.
That was in the library, right?
That was the library.
Who remembers the Dewey Decimal System?
Nobody here better know the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah, now they just got an app that walks you to where the book's at.
Or you actually...
Or you just get it from Amazon.
Download it.
You can get a book from Amazon in like an hour.
Yeah, you can. They deliver now.
We want to give you something cool right here. This is for this part.
Oh yeah, this is the give.
This is the give.
Pay attention.
How about if we give you a show planner? Now, what I mean by a show planner, if you're like Troy and you need to plan things out, not that I don't, but if you want to plan things out, like know everything, cross your I's and T's before you actually do it, we're going to give you that, right? Not only does it have that, but what you do after you shoot your video, on the side margin of it is you actually critique yourself. We give you little pointers. Are you moving too much? Are you saying ums and likes too much? Because you'd be surprised how often you say that. I am always shocked. So you can just get better. And the more you do something like everything else, the better you get at it. So we give you that. How about we also give you what you do before? Because there's some work before. That's the marketing part. You market you're about to do something. What you do during the live, and then what you do after. Because now after you got the content, now that's where the magic of creating it comes into. And then if you decided you wanted to interview somebody, because hey, let's say I'm definitely not. I'm a good interviewee. Like you could just ask me anything.
Pepper him with questions,
and I'm
for
good.
him to deliver a question.
Now
another.
Reverse, if you put me and you make me Jimmy Kimball, I'm like, I'm not the best, but we put together a really good format. It's questions and how you an interview template. And we'll give you that. So if you need something, so you get those 3 things that what should help you: the show planner, what you do before, during, and after, and then an interviewer question. So who we got here? Victor's still on. Houston's just jumping. Is Houston on or not?
No, he's
Matt Rose.
He's watching. Houston watching.
Is that what?
Yep.
The
Gray Mees are watching.
Right.
They didn't comment.
So what you can do with this video after. So now you've created this video and you're going, okay, Randall, what do we do? So we're going to tell you a little bit of magic. You want to erase that off?
Yeah, we'll take the P's. 4 P's are gone.
Yeah. Yeah, the 4 P's are gone. So let me back up. The first thing you do.
Back up too far.
The first thing you're going to do is put that shit on LinkedIn right now. LinkedIn, and you can have up to a 10-minute video on LinkedIn. Obviously, this video that we're shooting here is longer than 10 minutes. So what you would do with something like this is after you have downloaded it from Facebook, because you can download this video from YouTube or from Facebook, and then you could put it in software like Camtasia, or if you have an Apple, you can put it in the what's the software that comes on a Mac? I totally went blank.
Oh, iMovie.
iMovies.
Yeah.
And kind of pick out a part that was a profound part of your video, and squish it down to 10 minutes and put it on LinkedIn. And if somebody wanted to see the rest of it, you give them a link that takes them where they can see the full video on your YouTube station. So you're going to take this same video, upload it to your YouTube.
Oh, Rosemary. What's up, Rosemary?
Yeah. In the beginning, just because you maybe not have the time or the resources, you could just take it and maybe upload and make it like a little thumbnail. You know, all a thumbnail is when you go to YouTube and you see that.
He's getting way too technical right now. Just forgive him, okay?
Yeah. So just upload
Take your video, put it on LinkedIn.
Put it on LinkedIn. It has to be 10 minutes or less. So you have
10
to
minutes or less. Chop it down.
And right now,
keep it brief, which is not our strong suit.
Organic. Let me get my phone. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Let's pull one out while you're talking to him.
I'm ready. So brevity is not our strong suit, obviously. But I appreciate everybody sticking around. So we're going to show you the first thing to do with the video, and then we're going to show you a cool little funnel. I have no idea what it's going to be, but Randall's going to give me an idea, and we're going to put it up on the board here. And then we're going to give it away.
Yes.
Fair enough?
I like how
He's going to show his organics reach on the video right now. You going to pull up Freddy's?
No, I'm going to pull up yours.
Freddy's got like 200,000 views on a video. On a video.
Crazy.
And it's not, he didn't produce the video. It wasn't even something that he natively produced.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. You can take other people's content and still get exposure.
So here we go. What else get it here? I had to laugh at that one. So here we go. So currently it's 55,000. So I'm going to show. So here is a video. This is LinkedIn. Here I'm going to show your peeps. So can you see it on there? Is it focused enough?
I don't think so. They can't see it.
Oh wait.
It says 55,000.
That says 55,000 right there.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Might show up on yours a little better. No, can't. Yeah. You can see it right there.
Got it.
Yep. 55,000.
55,000.
Yep.
55,000 organic views, 56 comments, and 803 likes.
So organic still lives on LinkedIn.
And who knows for how long? Now, because we don't have enough time to tell you.
Organic means free, by the way.
Yeah, organic means free. It doesn't mean that it's healthy.
Right.
It could be healthy, though.
Could be organic.
It's healthy because you don't have to spend any money.
That's
we don't have enough time to tell you like what happens behind that, but just know, put it on there. And anytime anybody comments, thank them. If they ask you a question, answer it. If they're being a troll, don't answer them. Right? It's like that simple. If someone took enough time to write anything on your post, you take the time to respond to them and look up.
Don't just like their.
Yeah, don't just like it. Like, see,
just a little thank you.
See, and you'd be surprised. I mean, like the people that are on there that are going to engage with it. So that's the LinkedIn strategy, right? So now you have that video.
Rosemary says, "Thanks for start explaining. I was lost on organic."
I was just lost on organic. Yeah. We go all organic
food
around here.
Yeah. We would love to just do all organic, but this is a great way to do it.
So that's how you do it. That part is not scalable because you can't control how many people you reach or where it goes. You could just control that it's working. That it's working. So just don't try to figure it out. Just put it on there.
Right.
So now that's one reason why you can already see the benefit of doing a live video or creating a video, and that's on LinkedIn.
And in this instance, we use someone else's video.
Yeah, that's when you use somebody else. You can do that.
If the content moves you and it speaks to you, then again, that is what we said in the beginning was selling you.
Yep.
Like you'll see me probably post crazy stuff and I think it's really cool, or because it speaks to me, and then it will speak to folks like me.
So what you have to do is you have to pepper in your stuff too.
Yep.
They may like Matthew McConaughey, but unless you're Matthew McConaughey,
once you get to
right,
exactly.
I do. Look.
So
look at it. Wait.
Quit reaching. So once you get this traffic, all right. So once you get this traffic, now you can put a little something following that's yours.
Yes.
And you have a pretty higher likelihood to get the same eyeballs on what you're doing. So that's number one.
So let me just say this. This is part of that we do before we work with any client. We do what's called a strategy session where we build out like stuff like this, like all of this stuff, so we connect them together. And there is a small fee for it, but I promise you it's worth it.
We like to fire our clients in advance,
or we just maybe they're just not a good fit.
And on that, we want to always deliver the value first. We talked about it earlier.
Right.
It's like, how much does your service cost? Well, that's not even on the table yet.
Yeah.
We got to get to know you. You get to know us. We'll sit down. We're going to give you all the value up front. And if you think that this is something you want to move forward with, great. Yep. If not, you have it all right there.
So that's the LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to save the Facebook advertising for last.
Yeah.
So then you could take and like we said, you can upload it to YouTube, and now you have content for your YouTube channel. Okay. And in the beginning, let me say this: don't be worried about that it's perfect, because nobody know who the hell you are anyway. Not very many people are going there anyway. So by the time you've recorded, I think the University of Arizona did a test. They took two groups of people. They said one group, we're going to base the success of this group based on how many statues that you can make in 1 hour. We don't care what they look like, just how many can you produce as a group in 1 hour. Went to another group and said, we're going to base the success of this group on how many perfect statues you can make. After they came back from that hour, how many do you think the perfect group, how many statues you think they had?
One?
Whoa,
one perfect statue.
They didn't.
They didn't have one?
None.
Oh, really?
They had, because they could not agree on what the perfect statue
was. What perfect look like?
What would perfect look like? But the group that they said, we're going to judge you on how many you can make, when they came back, they had a ton of them. But what they found when they started looking at the statues that they were building at the end, they started perfecting the process.
And the more they build, the better they got.
Yeah, so the moral of the story is just do it, and you'll get better.
I mean, take Richard Branson's approach.
Yeah.
Screw it, do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
He doesn't just do it.
And he tells some great stories in that book.
He does too.
So here we got LinkedIn and YouTube. So now you've had those. Mm-hmm. You could write down here the podcast. They could upload it to a podcasting hosting service like Listen, Burberry, or Beanpot. There's all kinds
Stitcher.
Well, that's the ones later. That's the hosting.
Oh, okay.
So just put podcast up there. So now you have a podcast. You remember you said article. We do articles where we could send it into maybe a Fiverr and they could transcribe it and turn it into maybe a blog. Or you can just leave it as a video, as a vlog, and upload it in there. So look at that. We've already got 4 elements. And we've seen how powerful LinkedIn is. YouTube, you probably won't get a lot of traffic there right away. But something that I've learned just doing things is you get some element of satisfaction just actually completing it. And saying, yes, I know how to upload a video, create a channel, now I have it, and I just upload it. And you can start building processes to make that happen and get better and better. So by the time you're producing great content and people know who you are, what is it, Grant Cardone? He says, yeah, I'm an overnight success. And he says something.
It took me 30 years being an overnight success.
Yeah, 30 years and 60 million tweets. And that guy can tweet.
97 books and whatever.
Yeah, I'm an overnight success. So it's the same. By the time people get to you, all of these are built out. You've perfected them all, and you just have to do it. So we got those.
So we all know that you need traffic to do anything. Well, what you're doing right here, you're just tapping in the traffic that's already there. That's it. And how much did it cost you? $0.00.
Using the exact same content.
Yep, same content.
So that's there, right?
So traffic.
So now you could take that same video, and if you know, by the way, Instagram works, is Instagram gives you, if you want a video, 60 seconds. Mm-hmm. So there could have been something that was like just a funny 15, 20, maybe 30-second part in there where you said something super funny.
Yeah, right.
Cut it out, upload it to there, and you're creating this content, right? And you could chop up an hour video into a lot of 10 minutes.
An hour into a lot of 10 minutes. Yes. 6 of them to be exact. Mathematician.
That's me.
Yeah.
6 is a lot.
6 is a lot. So traffic, we're tapping into traffic is already there. That's kind of the thing. So I think, and I don't know where this whole thing's going, but we're getting there. What you do once you tap into it.
So now you have all this traffic. We'll just stop it.
It's great stuff, guys. All right, cool. We can stop right here. We already got a great stuff.
Oh,
we're
done. Juan,
see you.
Guy. Thanks. Wrap it up. Let's go.
Oh, wait. I think we have promised him something for free.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Okay, so yeah, we can't leave yet.
So the next one, because I saved it for last because it's
Bob, what's up?
Who is that? Oh, Bob. Okay. So Facebook advertising.
Yep.
This is the big one. So recently we've heard about Facebook having to apologize about this data breach that Cambridge Analytics.
It wasn't even a data breach. They just did their homework. They figured out the algorithm.
They basically that's what
they did.
Did happen. But here's the funny thing: Mark Zuckerberg, when he apologized and he said these. He said, "We apologize for not protecting your information."
Yes.
Which means and implies that they have it. So if you thought you had privacy, you didn't have it because Facebook has it.
Yeah, they got your information. I'm sorry to tell you.
I mean, privacy is.
You can boycott them all you want. You can even delete your Facebook right now. They still got your info.
Yeah, there's 60 Minutes did a couple of things, even with the phone turned off.
Even with the phone turned off.
So if you have a cell phone data on, if you have a credit card, ATM. You drive in your car. I mean, there's thousands of things. You have a ring on your front door. You use the internet at your house.
Yeah,
what privacy you're talking about?
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. But I get it. People get nervous about for whatever reason.
It's a control issue because you just want to feel in control of your information.
Yeah.
But
how did that affect your daily life? Not very much. Because people could get your credit card information without going there. They could do all those things, right?
Use it.
But one of the things that they did, so with that said, he said we're protecting their information, which means that the information is already there. So Cambridge didn't actually have to do it the way they did it.
No.
So I'm going to show you one cool way that how this works. So in YouTube, if you've ever used YouTube, you know when you go to YouTube and you watch a video, and then it comes a suggested video right behind it, and it shows you another video.
Yeah.
And it's usually related to whatever you just watched.
Yep.
Well, how does YouTube know that? Because you just watched a video.
Well, I was like, I just watched a video like that. That's how they know.
But you just watched the video on cats, so they assume that Troy likes cats, so they keep showing you funny cat videos.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Yeah,
I feel it now.
So Facebook has recently added a way that you can target people inside of the suggested videos. You know where you see it and you can watch the videos and you start watching one and then the next one moves up and you watch another video and how those videos are related. There's a video out there, and if I could find it, I'll put it, of Facebook actually showing the power of their software. I don't know if it was Facebook or some other group, where they literally showed pictures for like a second and a half.
Yeah.
And it knew everything about that picture. Like it knew, hey, that was in Malaysia, and there was elephant in there.
Less than a second. It just, the artificial intelligence, just a flash of a video, and they could tell you where it was at, what was going on, and
there was an elephant in there, and there was 3 kids, and there was a tree, and there was a cypress tree. Like, that's amazing, right? So what I'm saying is all of that information is in there. Facebook. You just got to know how to use Facebook properly to capitalize on that. So one of the ways that you can capitalize on that particular thing is this video that you're running, that you're talking about a specific topic that would interest somebody. You don't have to guess. Just let Facebook know, and run that video views ad as a suggested in the suggested video.
Suggested video.
And Facebook will do all the work for you. You don't have to steal any data. You just put it in the right spot where that now they know that Troy is watching inspirational entrepreneurship videos. And if you are trying to sell anything to an entrepreneur, whether it be software as a service, to services that we do, or to coaching, you could take that coaching video and put it in the right spot. What did he say?
Like 3-second clips are captured. Yep,
3 seconds.
That's it. Every video is put out there.
So now you know that Troy started watching some entrepreneurs, and now Facebook
suggests more videos like that.
And Facebook will put it the next video. And back to why we say to do Facebook Live, because if you do a full production show, immediately, as soon as it comes up in that feed and starts playing, you know that is an advertiser, because it's just too high quality usually. And it's not, where a Facebook Live, it looks like social. It looks like the previous video that was there. There was some guy
doing an explainer of some sort.
Yeah.
On a whiteboard.
Like Goldcast. Goldcast.
Yeah,
they like these videos, they do that stuff. Yeah. So you can make it look, where it fits right in, but it's actually a paid ad that you put there.
What's up, Sally? Who else we got?
So,
what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
suggested ad.
Suggested ad. So now we've led to, we know how to now this traffic. We got all these people waiting.
We're waiting. Like,
oh my God! And what are we going to give?
Seeing
them?
This person everywhere.
yeah. Because that's what you want, right? That's what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to put people, to actually capture people's information now.
So I think it's
or
time
deliver a value. Remember we talked about value. Now it's time to give them value.
Who value?
Right.
Now we got to give them something.
So now you got enough room. Yeah, you got enough room. Yeah,
I got enough room. What are we
so you've heard this term. Sales funnels, automated systems, automated processes, they're all basically the same. It's a process of you delivering something to someone without you actually having to hand it to them physically, or you having to be involved in the process early on. So for example, like what we're doing here, later we're going to put a link and you'll go to a page and you'll give us your information and you'll download the funnel that we're going to draw on the board, the one that we designed for you to have. We gave you value. It's a Zig Ziglar. You give people everything they want and you can have everything you want. It's 51-49. 51% to them, only expecting 49 in return. Or none. Look at that, boy. You're making sure they know where that's going. So now you drive them to what we'll call,
I don't know, the unique. No, it's not.
You just call it a capture page.
Yeah, it's squeeze page, capture page, landing page. You name it.
You're trying to take all those people who now are saying, "Wow, I want to know how to do that. I want tools to do that," or "Wow, I'm interested in knowing more about you." To take them to a page where you can say, "Hey, I want to give you something. I want to give you something because I know that I've been where you've been before, or I know this is what you need. This template, this cheat sheet, something that they could use like right at that moment." Maybe it's a mini class that you show them how to set up a
lot of people right now might be asking,
bot.
Well, how the hell do you do all that?
Yeah.
Well, we might just be able to give away a little video course to tell you how to do that.
So like the stuff we're going to give you.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're giving you all the checklists, all that.
So we got to send you somewhere to get it because I can't. Here you go.
There you go. Digital.
There you go. You got it.
You got it. Good. I'm just going to hold it up.
Maybe one day.
I'm just going to hold it up. Everybody got it? It's good? Okay, all right.
You know they do have the guy, and he's awesome. I watch all this stuff, the Magic Dude, on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, the ones like, how to guess your color?
No. He's like standing there, and a car will drive by, and then he jumps, and he's in the car.
Oh, the one that does a video edit.
Yeah, or he'll, like, jump into a pool of M&Ms or something. It's like crazy.
Oh, yeah. I like watching those. They're cool. I get stuck up.
Or he did one the other day. I seen it was a Christmas tree. He had a little box. It was like this big. And then he like opened it up and he like pulled it out and he threw it at the wall and it opened up into this huge Christmas tree. Anyway,
cool.
So we can't.
He's like squirrel.
No. We 80% entertainment, 20% information.
Yeah. Were you all ready for that? You got the popcorn. So now we're going to make an offer.
Right. And for lack of a better term, we call it a landing page, but this is, in the digital world, the first page, the most important page that every business should have. This one funnel. If you can only have one funnel, you need to have at least this one funnel, and that's it right there. It's called. Why? Why is that one the most important?
Because the reason why the opt-in is the most important is because someone can view your stuff, someone can like your stuff, so that is telling you, the business owner, that this person is really interested in what you have, and plus, you can now own this traffic, right? You can own it. They put their information in there. You can own it now, right? And so you can retarget. You own this. There's 3 types of traffic. We just talked about the stuff ones that we don't own. This is all organic, right? So there's the traffic you don't own. There's a traffic that you pay for, Facebook ad, and then there's traffic that you own. And that's going to be the opt-in. That's the traffic that you own. That's why it's the most important. And why, for my friends over here, and for you too, that's why you should build the funnel first. think like the funnel, because all this does you no good unless you got this.
I like being over here because now I can heckle you.
But you have to have that. You got to capture. I don't care if it's just an email. And you've all seen them, and we're all afraid to give people our email because we don't want to get spam. I'll tell you right now that if it's a reputable company, they're not going to spam you. And if it's not a reputable company, well, then you probably should already figure that one out. We all can see a scam and a phishing thing and all that stuff, but nowadays it still works. It still works. It works so well that Facebook now came up. Facebook has lead ads. Why would Facebook have that in there? Give you the ability to capture the email and their phone number and their name. Why would they have it? Because they know it works, and Facebook's already got the information. They don't even have to put the information in there. Okay, so you can make this opt-in. It could be a lead ad in Facebook. We've seen lots of success with that. Or it could be a landing page. You don't even need additional software to do that one. But you can build landing pages like we do through various softwares, like ClickFunnels, but any software you want. But this is the most important piece right here. I don't care if you're doing a webinar, if you're doing even giving away a course or a membership. This is the most important one right here. Opt in. They don't opt in, you don't get an opportunity. Opt in means opportunity. Hey,
right.
I just came up with that.
I like that.
I like that.
So now you're thinking, okay, I like that. So I understand that traffic. I understand now why I need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the suggested video because that's super powerful.
Yeah.
And now I've got all these people and they're wanting this offer, but I don't have an offer. I don't know what to offer. So that's where I'm going to help them today.
We're going to help them today? Okay.
I'm going to come up. I had thought about long and hard. What could be something that we could make, no matter what industry someone is in, that we could actually make them what's called a lead magnet.
Lead magnet. Oh, that's right. Lead magnet.
Because I want to heckle you. You tell them what a lead magnet is, and I can heckle from the crowd.
A lead magnet. You've seen them all before.
Oh yeah, he knows it all.
You've seen them all before. No, lead magnet. Lose 7 pounds in 7 days.
Yeah.
Right. This one pill will do X. Or
get
this
free.
These 3 hacks. These 3 tips will change your golf game for the rest of your life.
This stuff will help that bald spot.
This bald spot. Right.
I just had to do it.
So he can show it back in his head. Okay, I can see it from a
Silencio, por favor. So really, so that's a lead magnet. So like, Randall, I don't really know what is a good lead magnet. So right. I'm going to tell you, I finally came up with one.
He did.
I think everyone could use. You know, and I've already talked about what it is.
You did?
You want to write down what I told you already what it's going to be.
Interviewer.
It's going to be an interviewer's funnel. Basically, you say...
I think I spelled that wrong.
So now you targeted these entrepreneurs, right? That suggested video you came up with, you created your thing, their video, right? And now you want more of those people to interview, right? For whatever industry it is. It could be any industry. Well, why don't you now ask those people that watch that are also like that person and say, hey, I'm looking for people to interview on my podcast, my Facebook Live, and I'm looking for thought leaders, and you could say in the industry, which you could name them out.
Yep.
And if you happen to click here and apply, I'm only going to...
Application.
It's an application.
Make it exclusive.
It has to be exclusive.
It does.
Because you can't do them all, because we've ran these, and you'll get hundreds of people that want to do it.
You'll be calling people.
So then you have to be... Now you can filter out to who you really
want.
One
said, #knowledge bombs. I like that.
I like that.
That was a good one.
Share it, please.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, can you share our video, please?
Yeah. Can you share my video, please?
All right, so interviewer.
So now you say for the first 10 people, and then you can ask them what type of business, what income, revenue, all those things.
What are you giving them in this interviewer phone?
So then what you're...
An interviewer.
So now they say, well, I'm interested. They click on it. They go to the page. You have to now be able to explain to Troy or whoever's coming on, what is in it for me?
Deliver the value.
Deliver the value. And that's where in the video that you're going to put on that page, you're going to tell them. This is the automated part. You don't have to physically tell them. You record the video one time and thousands of people can watch it.
Are you in business? Are you in sales and you have a hard time getting to the decision maker? Well, we got the #1 way for you to get past the gatekeeper and be in the conversation.
Yeah. So This particular one, right? Yeah, this particular one, you're trying to get them to be the person that let you interview them. So you're trying to capture their information. Remember, these people may be the people that you actually want to do business with, and you get to actually interview them too. So now they give you that. You tell them the reason that you want to do this is if I pick you, I'm going to run the ads to get everybody to know who you are. Think about it. Somebody came to you and said, "Hey, I want to interview you, Troy," and then I'm going to pay Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn to run these ads so all of Houston knows who you are.
I'm in.
And all you got to do is talk. I'm totally in. So now you have delivered the value. You said all you have to do is fill this out, and if you get chosen, I'll call. We'll talk about it. I'll send you the questions because I'm going to give you the questions in this part. And now you have the questions. They know what you're going to ask. You look like a professional. And then now you have content.
Are you a thought leader in your industry in X space, and you would like to be seen on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, podcast, and article? Would you like to be seen on all these? Fill out this application. You could be one of the lucky 10.
Exactly, and I'm going to pay for it. So check this out. So now the content is done. They did an interview, and if you're smart and you think like a marketer, Troy now has that content. I tell Troy, hey, here's the copy of the video, and here I also wanted to tell you, here's some things if you didn't know what you could do with it. And now guess what Troy does? Troy takes it, puts it on all his social media, his LinkedIn, his Facebook, all of those things. And now guess who else is in the video? You. So now you see how this starts working?
Self-promoting.
It's the law of reciprocity, but you put him first.
Yeah, I think you gave 80% on that.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. So now now you have a lead magnet.
That's a knowledge bomb.
The lead magnet is you're going to interview them for free, and you're going to pay to advertise. So who wouldn't do that? Only a silly person wouldn't do that.
Silly. There's some silly people out there.
Yeah, I saved the nasty words. See?
Yeah, silly. We're trying to keep this PG.
So
right?
that is your lead magnet.
Yep.
And they click on it, and now you take them to the next page, which is your thank you page. And you say thank you, and you have another video on there, right? This is really good. You're going to really love this one. And I made this one up right before I came in here.
Then I don't even know.
I know, he doesn't even know. So now you've sold them on the value. They click on it, and you go here. Now I need a little video.
Okay, I need a video.
I need visuals.
Videos are powerful, people.
Videos are powerful. And now on this page, now you've already captured their information, sold the value. You come over here, and now you say, hey, thank you. I'm going to be reviewing all these applications. It's going to take me 2 weeks or a week or however long it's going to take you. And then I will notify the 10 people, and then we'll get you on the calendar, right?
Right.
But before that, it would be wrong of me to say, hey, I'm going to interview you, and you don't know anything about me.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what you get to do?
Now I get to tell them about
me.
You
get to tell them everything about you. And they're okay with it.
This is the me.
Because they're going, well, if I'm going to be interviewed, I need to know who I'm being interviewed by. And you basically get to sell yourself to someone that came from there that might be one of your target markets or somebody that you could use in business.
And then maybe click here to...
Go ahead.
And maybe to click here, schedule an appointment, so you can automate this process too. Open up your calendar.
So and what you can have after you have a few videos in your belt, you can also put them on there like, hey, here, check out here's some of the recent guests that I had. Mm-hmm. So you can check out and they can get an idea of the show, and now you get one more view. You get one more. You tell them a little bit more about it.
So those people that I interviewed before, they're getting more exposure again. And so am I.
But you ready for the magic? And I didn't tell you this one. This is the coolest part.
Been holding out on me.
This is what you tell the people. It's like,
oh, Dean is just in time.
Whether the magic. So this is the magic. So we'll walk you back through after say the magic. Then when they get to this page, what time is it? How much time is it? It's 5:30.
It's already 5:30.
We're going to sum it up here shortly.
Yeah.
Shortly.
We've been on an hour. Holy crap.
See, I told you that stuff goes by quick.
Yep.
So now they're on there. They just watched the video. And you got to tell them all about you because they need to know who you are if you're going to interview them. Great. But this is the coolest thing. You get to tell them, hey, I can't choose everybody. Hundreds of people or thousands of people apply, but I can only get 10. But for you taking the time, I wanted to give you something. Again, you're giving them value again. And guess what you tell them you're going to give them? You're going to give them that.
All of this.
Exactly what you have. You're going to tell them, this exact funnel, I want you to have it. I want you to take this.
I might not be able to interview you.
I may not interview you.
But here I want you to have it.
I want you to have this. And then inside of it, you describe exactly how they can benefit users. Just what I just told you. and now you get to give them value again. And it's a vicious cycle. And then guess what they do? They do the exact same you do. And over and over and over and over and over again.
Emails, you can shoot in emails, you can shoot in text.
Yep.
And then we'll just do more emails here.
Yep.
Anyway.
So over here, now that you've captured their email, now you can also start edifying and start telling them your story. You can drive them to, hey,
we call it an indoctrination series.
Exactly.
Just put it out there, but that's a whole nother show.
Yeah. Basically, you get to now tell them more about you and give them more value and enter them to other funnels that you created.
Because you own this.
Because a lot of people don't have. Number one, if you go to a lot of websites, they don't have any opt-ins at all. And if they do, it sucks. But imagine if you went to an opt-in page, or you were driven to a page, and it's like, hey, we're looking to interview 10 thought leaders in XYZ industry, happen to be the industry you're in, and we're going to pay to advertise and get your name out there on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube.
Yep.
Just apply here.
Yep.
And then we're also going to give you something super special that you can't deny is going to be good. And you go, okay, I'm in, and you do it, and you get in a funnel, and now you go, wow, they're awesome, they're right.
Who came on board? I just missed somebody.
What do you got?
Joshua. What's up, Joshua? I have no clue what's going on. Just got here. Well, this board, if you're just now getting here, this board was blank when we started, and we have taken up about an hour of everybody's time.
Yeah.
Oops.
So if you want to just sum it up, and we'll close it up here, since I've told them, I want to see how you received it.
Yeah, so the bottom line is we, as marketers, we always are faced with, how do I get traffic to my business? Well, that's not a problem. The traffic is out there. But there are plenty of platforms that are free. But you have to invest a little in yourself first. And the key is prioritizing. Did I get that one right?
Yep.
Key is prioritizing. And if you prioritize and you put you and your business first, you'll discover that there are plenty of freeways, not like the freeways out there. There's plenty of freeways expressways to promote you and your business, and it may only take 30 minutes a week. And you can continue to repurpose this. And if you do that correctly, then you can repurpose it over and over and over again. And your people and your interviewees will be able to remarket you as well as marketing them at the same time.
Right.
Something like that.
That's it. And then you get to give them the exact same funnel as a value if for the people who didn't get interviews.
Build it one time.
You build it one time.
One time.
It's all there, and then all you do is just give them what you already have.
Over here, my team, I'd say build the funnel first. That's why you should build the funnel first.
So that's a lot, right?
That
is a lot.
That's a lot.
So this is what we want to do.
And
that is a lot.
Just now getting to the end.
And there's you may have to watch it over again, but I promise you, if you're just coming on late, it is worth going at least back 30 minutes.
Yeah, so if you get, a video ad in front of you really soon that says, we want to interview you,
you'll know exactly what it is.
You'll know exactly what it is.
And you'll be like, wow, that shit did work, and I'm tempted to do it because they're going to pay to get me out there to a lot of people. So basically, this is the whole thing. And if you are someone who's like, I want that, then you can either DM him if you're on him.
We'll shoot our link. Me. We'll do what we call a strategy session, and we'll talk about it, and we'll be more than happy to give this to you.
Yeah. We'll first off, all that stuff that we said we'd give to you, we'll give to you as part of the strategy set. The strategy set, I'm going to tell you, is not free. It's not free. Mm-hmm. Now, normally we charge about $750 to $1,000. That's how much we charge.
That's if both of us in there, but you take one of us out there.
We'll put both of them in there. Remember, we go back. We said, would you be willing to spend $5 to $10? That's $150 to $300. And pretty much everybody, every time I ever ask that, has always said yes until you ask them to say, okay, then let's do it.
Yeah.
So if you're the person who's like, I'm a person of action, I'm not a person of dreaming or waiting to see somebody else, you want to be the first to the market, I'll make it the low end, $150, but you have to DM us within the next 24 hours.
We'll send you our link.
Send you our link. You get on our calendar. Maybe you can't get on our calendar, but you have to do it right now. Because I'm telling you, we get busy doing these, and you get 10, 20 at a time, and you really don't have enough time to do them.
But we all have the same amount of hours in a day.
Yes.
So we definitely practice. We'll get you on there.
We get you on the calendar.
Yeah.
So again, if you're the type of person who's like, I'm going to wait, well, then you're going to be the person that's behind these people. If you're the person like me and you're the doer, just start doing it.
And I get it if you don't. I get it if you don't get it. It's all right. Just keep rewinding and checking out this video. We built this content for you. Just keep checking it out, and you can just rewatch it and do it yourself. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, we hope this was enough push for you today to actually go out and do it, understand the concept. But hey, if you don't get it and you want to sit down, well, unfortunately our time is not free. You got an hour of it free today. And we gave it all to you. I mean, it is a strategy.
I mean, you understand, I just made that up. There's no one else who has that. No one else has this. No. What I just started. No one.
He actually just came up with like this part. This part right here. Like
no one.
Live just now.
But we do have competitors, and they do watch our show, and they can re-engineer and go, man, he's right.
My phone hackers out there. My phone hackers.
And hey, we're cool with that too.
I'm cool. With
plenty of people, and we don't even mind.
Maybe if they just give us a share, that's fine.
If they give us $150, they could give it.
Just a little share.
Just a little share, a little bit. So hopefully, you have to share beer. So hopefully you got value. That we give you a little bit of entertainment and a lot of value. And if we did that, and you know somebody, maybe you don't need it, maybe you're not ready, maybe it's just not something that you're interested in doing this type of stuff. Share it with somebody because you never know who is going to receive the message, and they're going to need it, and they're looking for it. Yep. And it just might be one of your closest friends or family members that need it, and you shared it with them, and it changed their life, and it changed their business, and it was you who caused it.
That's it.
That's it.
I can wrap it up right there.
That's
good. That's pretty emotional. That's deep. I didn't get that deep that often. All right, so everybody on my channel, thanks so much for sticking around. I did have someone stay there. Andrew got to the end. If you got to the end, rewind, boop, 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 and share like Randall said. So for Randall's crew here, thanks for letting me join on today with your fans, and I apologize to my fans for letting him on. But no. Not really. We gave a lot of value. You guys stuck with us. This went a lot longer than we anticipated. But I'm going to back away real quick so you can see it. And then that's the last view you get. You just rewind that.
Awesome.
So we did it all. See you guys. Okay, bye.